So how's it going, guys? I figured I'd give my 2 cents on the whole Channel Awesome fiasco. So, I haven't really talked about him a lot ever on this channel, and I probably should do like a favorite YouTuber channels on this, because I like a lot of people on here, and maybe I can introduce you to some of the YouTubers that I like so you can enjoy them as well. But Nostalgia Critic was somebody I found out about through AVGN. You know, when they did the whole Bebe Kids review, and they had the whole AVGN versus Nostalgia Critic thing, where they showed up in public and they did a fight, which they filmed. I started to become a really big fan of Doug Walker, and I really enjoyed a lot of his work, and I liked the character he portrayed. If you could create a character here, in a world on YouTube and on television and movies where almost every single character has already been trademarked or done 1,000 times over, you could, you have my respect. I mean, it shows that you're creative, that, about entertainment, and you have a talent. You really do, and you deserve all the credit in the world for it. So, Nostalgia Critic was running his own website. People don't know that he actually wasn't on YouTube. The YouTube videos that you were watching were just re-uploaded by other people for a long time. And then, somewhere like 2014, 2015, roughly, I remember seeing Nostalgia Critic videos appearing on YouTube. They came up like in my suggested and recommended videos for Channel Awesome. And he would be a part of this team, this group. And I remember I was watching like their videos and I was like, okay, so these are people part of Doug Walker's team. Not so much. Doug Walker was just a member of this team. It really wasn't his channel. He was working for this channel. And a lot of these other people I just did not like. Their videos weren't any good. They didn't have the same charisma. We were seeing, Doug bring some of these other people into his videos, and thanks to his magic and his know-how of video making, he worked these people, into his videos, and they were successful, and I enjoy a lot of his videos. Even, I'm saying, the ones on Channel Awesome. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, those, were processed and put through a filter, by Channel Awesome, and they weren't, like, real Doug Walker Nostalgia Critic videos, and they might have changed and became a bit more refined, and they put more special effects into the later videos, and it probably didn't feel as at home. But you can say the same thing about AVGN. AVGN also, in a lot of ways, he has calmed down in a lot of his videos, but for the most part, he's still a good content creator. Even if his videos have changed, he's gotten older, the videos kind of seem like they've quote-unquote matured, and I hate saying the word matured because that means that they suck. Usually when somebody says they've matured, that usually means that they suck. It's pretty much a euphemism for that. That's a nicer way of saying that. Usually this is when, people who didn't like the content before, when it becomes watered down, all of a sudden it becomes more artsy or more appealing. I never really understood that mentality. But, anyway, Channel Awesome right now is failing, and a lot of people seem to be celebrating it, and I don't really understand that. People are happy for its downfall. Now, I know there was a lot of scumbags working over there, and some people with some ideologies that I'm not going to get into right now that I totally disagree with. I mean, there was clear-cut people trying to throw a little politics in there every now and again. And the thing is, there's just... They had no place on that channel, really. It was supposed to be a channel about movies, mostly. Movie content. And a lot of times you see this, and you see it almost everywhere you look. You think that you've come on the big stage, and, you think that because you own one market, you think that you could just preach the gospel to a whole nother market. And you think that people are going to just kind of fall in line what you think. But that stuff was pretty minimal. There wasn't really a lot of that going on. It was more just really bad management, and, this is what happens when you sign your rights away. And this is the bad thing, because Doug Walker actually had to sell his rights to Channel Awesome, to the owners of that channel. you actually, see, this is what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of times, if you want to make it really big on YouTube and you want to become a part of one of these groups, these like, you know, production groups that, you know, make you put out content at a certain scheduled time, you're going to have to pay a certain price. This is why you see like a lot of bands and stuff going to different record labels, and you see people moving around, and they work for different people, because sometimes the contractual agreements are just fucked, and they're not good, and they're not good deals. So right now, Doug Walker doesn't even own his own character. So, I mean, you could have told him probably right from the start that probably wasn't a good idea, that you probably want to keep the rights to your character yourself. I mean, you've seen this before, right? So for the people who watch my WWE content on this channel, you know that, like, once you sell your name and you let WWE get the rights to it, you can't use that name once you work outside of the company. So right now, if Doug Walker, you know, decides to abandon ship because, you know, Channel Awesome is taking a big hit, and a lot of people think that the channel just might implode, you know, in a matter of time, he's not going to be able to call himself the Nostalgia Critic anymore. And, you know, that's going to take a lot out of his videos. You know, he could come up with a different name, but, you know, you could just see it now. The comments are just going to be like, oh, you know, I hope one day Doug can call himself the Nostalgia Critic. You just know where it's going to go. It's just going to be, people are going to long for the golden days of Nostalgia Critic and all that. And as long as they own the rights to his name, he's just simply not going to be able to do that. So this channel, I mean, they get a lot of views. They still get tens of thousands of views. But, you know, they've taken a big hit in advertisers. Doug is not going to be making as much money as he was on this channel, apparently. But the thing is, you know, what I hate is what we're seeing here now on YouTube. You know, it's bad enough, and I know there was some kind of bad business going on with Channel Awesome and everything, and they should be called out on that. You know, when a company or anybody has unfair business practices, and they're not doing things in a copacetic way, they should be called out here on YouTube. They should be called out on Twitter. They should be called out on Facebook. They should be called out, you know, in every way, shape, and form. Totally agree with that. But, the thing is, people use this news story like they use a lot of other news stories here on YouTube and, you know, other forms of social media to capitalize off of it and create clickbait. Because the thing is, you have never been inside a Channel Awesome boardroom meeting. You don't really know when the channel is going to implode and if it's going to implode. They lost advertisers, people were fired, things were moved around a lot, and things are kind of unstable at the moment from what's being reported. And I think we all know now that we can't really always listen to what we read, because a lot of times it can be false. A lot of times we have these unnamed sources, and this is, you know, this is in gaming news too, and this is in any form. You can't listen to what other people say here on the internet. Just because somebody has a flashy thumbnail doesn't mean that it's true. All I'm saying, guys, is take what you hear as a grain of salt. I mean, people are attacking everybody. They're going all in. They're making negative connotations about Channel Awesome and stuff like that. And like, hey, it's like I don't know why people are being so super negative about this, and they're making like this is breaking the internet, this is a huge story and everything, and they want to make like this is like one of the greatest scandals in internet history, and it simply just is not. I mean, we see this time and time again on YouTube. One person makes a video about a controversy, they get a lot of views, then more people make even more videos pertaining to the same topic, hoping that they can get the same amount of views. And before you know it, we've got clickbait up the ass. And I gotta say, I'm making this video right now to say I'm really fucking sick of all the fucking clickbait in regards to Channel Awesome's failure. Because I'm seeing it so much. And it's not even really by anybody I'm subscribed to, really. TJ Kirk made a video about it, but he did a fair assessment where he really talked about Doug Walker and, Doug Walker's rights in nostalgia. And he didn't really get into the whole nitty-gritty of tearing Channel Awesome, but he talked about, what we know and everything, but making these accusations and stuff when you don't know the whole story, when you weren't there, when you're not even a member of Channel Awesome, you would have no idea what was being said. You're not an insider, and you're not even a journalist in any way here. You just have proclaimed yourself for one video here on YouTube as one, and you start launching yourself into it. I'm seeing people who normally do gaming talking about this and shit, and because they know that Doug Walker is one of the biggest names in the internet when it comes to movie reviews and stuff, and with gaming because of his collaborations with the AVGN. I'm just saying, it's you gotta back off and stop already. It's enough already with all the fake little news stories that you're putting out with Channel Awesome. It's you don't know a lot about it already. There's not a lot of information that's released. The channel is still up. It's still there. It's still active. They're still getting views. There's still ads on the videos. They might have lost advertisers, but it's enough already with the fake-ass stories and the fucking clickbait. I'm fucking sick and tired of seeing it already. Doug Walker has given a lot of his life to the internet to entertain all of you, and I appreciate that. And I'm not trying to be a Doug Walker dick sucker or anything like that, but I'm just saying, guys like him in AVGN, you can knock them all they want for, donations and all that, and, and stuff that James Rolfe has done, but still at the end of the day, you still watch their video. And, and the thing is, the reason why you watch the videos is because they entertain you. And so, the thing is, it's can we just put all the other garbage aside? Because it's not really that important. James Rolfe didn't fuck your mother. The Nostalgia Critic didn't kick your dog. So, it's alright already. Enough is enough. If you have such a problem with Channel Awesome, don't watch it. The same thing that I do. I watch a Nostalgia Critic video every now and again. It's not one of the main channels I go to. I watch a lot of smaller YouTubers, a lot that have less than 1 million views and such. And some people who have way under that. And I'm saying, but I will just usually watch Doug Walker's videos because I support him. I don't really support everybody else. I don't care what movies Tamara hasn't fucking seen. She could go fucking take it up the ass for all I care. That's besides the point. All I am saying is that, guys, you don't know too much about the story. There's not a lot of information out there, but like always, you're stretching, you're reaching, you're making something that should be like a 1 minute, 2 minute video discussing this, whatever you want to do, and you're stretching this out into hour-long videos. Oh, it's a huge controversy. It's the fucking O.J. Simpson trial, for God's sakes. No, it's not. It's just Channel Awesome. And they might have done a few things behind the scenes. They might have changed a couple of things that a lot of viewers didn't enjoy. Whatever the case may be, that is just a product of the time that we're living in, whatever. And don't watch the channel. There are so many other great content providers on YouTube. There are so many people that entertain me on here more than people on TV, for God's sakes. There are some people that have a God-given gift here on YouTube to entertain. Even people that are not even trying to be entertaining, just people telling their life stories. They just have a way with words, and they have a way of portraying themselves in their videos that keep me coming back for more. And I'm just saying, we should appreciate them, and we shouldn't tear them all down. Just because Doug Walker, here's the thing. If a big channel came to you and asked you if you want to join them in order to make more money, do not even fucking kid me for a minute. You would say yes in a fucking heartbeat. I know I would. But we want to tear down Doug Walker. We want to tear down the channel and everything like that. The channel's still up, guys. It's just, I'm saying, it's enough already with the clickbait. Take it easy already. Alright, guys. So, I didn't mean to go off on you like that. But I'm just saying that if you're a part of this little crew, this little clique that keeps making these types of videos, stop it already. I know you're going to do it anyway because you're not going to listen to some guy on the internet, but I'm just saying it's like it's enough already with the Channel Awesome shit and tearing people apart. You don't know a lot about the story. You know, that's all I'm saying. You don't know what's going on. You're acting like you do. You're acting like you're an insider, and you're not. This is like Kotaku. Even them, who are actually like a real fucking online publication. They report on video games all the time, and they get shit wrong all the time because they do bad research. And these are people that are like insiders in the video game industry, but they get shit wrong. So if you can't even rely on somebody like Otaku, how are you going to rely on other people who have far less credentials? Well, there you go, guys. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.